Now, while you're all here, and I know we're now going to turn it over to the person that you really want to hear from, Senator Leahy, if you could share a few words with us.
Thank you. Christine, I appreciate what you said. It's nice to see you home. It's nice to have you in Windham County, which is home for you.
That's right.
I have to go up the road a little bit. Of course, you're going the right direction, you go the other direction, of course you leave the state. So I'm glad you're here.
That's right.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that the Organic Trade Association is going to have its home here. I see Secretary Albee. Roger I've known forever and ever. We've worked together on so many agricultural matters. And Roger, this has to be a pretty happy day.
Thanks to you, they're coming home.
All of you. Fred Kenny, who worked for me a long time ago in Washington, I thought maybe I might know the rudiments about being a senator. I could be on my own, and came back, came here. Ellen Lovell was my chief of staff, the same thing. She just kicked me out and said, yeah, I gotta go back and run things at home. And so it's great because especially in this, I first got the idea of the organic standards and labeling program from Vermonters. And Christine's heard the story before, and Al and others certainly know it. And incidentally, I do appreciate seeing a couple of Jerry Garcia ties running. Inside joke. And I'll tell you a story about that after. But, we put together the 1990 Farm Bill. I remember we passed that. It was considered by Time Magazine as the most progressive environmental bill of that year. And we're there for President George H.W. Bush, first President Bush, was signing. They have it on very thick paper, so it's about this high. And he just signs one page. And just before the signing, he leans to me and whispers, he said, Patrick, you read every page of this? I said, Mr. President, you're the one signing it. I read just about as much of it as you did. He cracked up. Everybody wanted to know in the press what it was we were laughing about. And today, you finally know. But back then, it was considered a crunchy program of some sort. Then it was a corporate. Then it was all points apart. When I first started writing this, and it really did come from talking to farmers here in Vermont saying, we're willing to do these standards, we're willing to do it, what's right, but please set some national standards so that if people want to compete, we'll compete with anybody, provided it's a level playing field, provided everybody else has to follow the rules. And now we walk through the aisles, any grocery store in the country, you see organic products, and the Organic Trade Association, their dedication to expand this market. You folks go and you watch that. And it's like the old underwear ad, it doesn't say Hanes, so I say it's a Hanes. It doesn't say organic until it is organic. And Tom Berry and Chuck Ross and John Tracy from my office are wondering, where was that in the talking points? Well, we've got to get back to the talking points. We do have a White House that supports organic agriculture. Our last farm bill had record funding for organics. The Deputy Secretary of Agriculture at USDA, Kathleen Merrigan, was working for me and led the effort in writing that part of the bill. And in fact, the 20th anniversary of the Organic Farm Bill is this month, and I will put on, at least temporarily, my old hat as chairman, and I will chair a Senate Agriculture Committee hearing on September 15th to hear about organic agriculture's future. I must tell you, it's going to be a good hearing. And so I look at this, I look what you've done here, and I think of Marlboro College. Let me just brag a little bit on Ellen McCulloch, the president of it. I mean, I knew her when I had hair and her funny scratch. But I I know how hard she worked when she was in Washington. I know how hard she works here. And I think that her vision and her influence, and Marlboro's influence under her leadership, is going to be helpful to this movement. And Fred, what you and the Vermont Economic Progress Council has done is so important. You're making sure that it's not a one-stop thing, that something lasts afterward. And that there'll be not only jobs, but it's going to make everything better. So with all that, I will skip the other talking points, but just to say, this makes me so happy because those of you who were there 20 years ago know what we had to fight to get this through. We know I remember Jesse Helms telling the former chairman who wouldn't let it go forward when he was chairman, when I became chairman, telling me, well, you know, that's just, that's something you won't have $10,000 worth of business. What are you doing all this time? How many billions now? And so it is worthwhile. And so thank you all. David, thank you for the time. And it's great to be home.